Hi guys, and welcome back to Tommy's StarCraft. This is your host Tommy with another exciting StarCraft Remastered replay for you guys. So once again, we have a great engagement here in between the two pro players, this time from the South Korean scene it is, as we have spawning here in the lower left in the white, it is Stork, as the Protoss, and his opponent here in the upper right in the yellow, it is Flash. Of course, most of you guys should of course know who Flash is if you have followed the StarCraft scene here. He's considered of course one of the best, if not the best player here in this game. So yeah, once again, Terran versus Protoss it is here in between these two pro players. Let's just see exactly what they have prepared for us, as they're spawning here on a 4 spawning location map it is. And yeah, let's just have a look exactly what the build order is going to be here for Flash, as he's opening up here with a supply depot pretty much next here to his base. Notice that there are 2 gas chambers here for both players, so pretty good for mining here. Of course, Protoss versus Terran it is once again, this time however in between 2 titans here of this game. STORK of course also much known next to Bisu, one of the best Protosses here in this game. And of course, like I told you, I don't really need to introduce Flash to you, as most of you really likely should know him. STORK also opening up here with a gateway next here to his pylon, so pretty standard open up here by both players, nothing out of the ordinary. Gas is also being prepared here for STORK. Let's check the main here from Flash, as he also went into a barracks and then gas, so pretty standard stuff. Now let's just see if the Terran decides somehow to rush here the Protoss. It could be a possibility with some Marines, with some SCVs, with some bunkers early on. But remember, the Protoss really have those Dragoons early on with that range, so they can of course fend off any attack by kiting those Dragoons back and forward, microing them. And of course STORK is known for his micro, just as Bisu is, and just as Flash is here. Of course, as he's already moving out here, also standard at the 2-minute mark. I missed here the move out here by STORK, also standard. And interestingly enough, he's placing here a pylon, so he might hide some buildings here into these areas. Could be a robotics facility bait to launch some shuttle attacks here towards Flash, as Flash is also continuing here with his factory. So yeah, pretty standard stuff here. The lower right part has been scouted, upper left has been scouted here by STORK, and pretty soon both players will of course know exactly where their enemy is hiding. So in comes the probe, but there is also a Marine here already out here for Flash. However, STORK keeps moving here forward. I guess he really wishes to know exactly what the build order is here from Flash, but pretty soon the probe might be surrounded here, and sadly here for STORK, he is going to lose of course this probe. Let's check the SCV here for Flash. Did I miss it? Where is that SCV? There's that Dragoon. Okay, so Flash tried here to hide the SCV in the background here. He still micros it here to keep it alive, but in the end the Dragoon will of course snipe it. So both players have sniped here their first scouting workers out. So nice job here by them. And like I told you, Terran versus Protoss, so pretty sure that Flash, like many Terrans, will continue here with many more factories. I don't see a rush here being prepared here by him. Let's check for an academy. No academy yet, just a supply depot. And notice how nicely here Flash is walling in here with a supply depot with gas. Same can be said here by this supply depot. However, he needs to be of course careful in case there is a drop happening here into this proximity. Let's check his army. Just a couple of Marines here, 5 Marines here by Flash. And yeah, pretty nicely microed. In comes the first Dragoon here for STORK. No range has been upgraded yet, but it will finish really soon. And even with that range, 1 Dragoon could micro, I believe, here these Marines. However, there's 6 Marines now. 1 SCV is also being pulled, perhaps for a expansion here for Flash. We also have a tank here. Of course, no range, no siege ability has been done yet, but still the range here from the tank can be really good here. So it looks like Flash is going to secure his expansion, or is he? No, it actually looks like he's moving out. So at the 4-minute and 30-second mark, he decides here to move out. Now retreats back, as now the Dragoons have finished their range upgrades. Some vultures are also being prepared, and we see also here a command center being built by Flash. So this fake move out here by him is of course to buy him time for his expansion here. So faster expansion here by Flash, no expansion attempts here for Stork, let's just see what he has prepared here into his main robotic support bay for those reavers. It should be of course a reaver drop and some observatory, of course observatory much needed here for any Protoss if you face the Terran, as they are laying here down those mines with those vultures. So we have vultures early on really good against the Protoss, as they just keep the Protoss back at bay, so the Dragoons will not be able to move out, and if they actually move out they risk into tapping into those mines and taking so much damage here. So Flash even showing here to Stork, look at me, I do have a vulture here out. It would be very risky here for you to move out. This is exactly why a server should be made really soon. Actually Stork making a reaver here first. He might try a bust here through Flash's main or his expansion point. We need to be very careful. Two more observers are being built. One reaver will be also soon out. There's this one dragoon and one reaver. So reaver with dragoon drop is being prepared. Stork also nicely walling in here, defending here this point. He could of course expand into this location here as well really soon, but he decides to be a little bit aggressive early on with his shuttle and with his reaver. Dragoon drop, nicely placed mines here by Flash, really nice defensive, and he also has this one turret here, so it would be a little bit hard here for Stork to attack. Playing it very defensively here. Flash staying at home. Let's check that shuttle gameplay, really important. Are there any anti-air here? Yes, of course. Flash has prepared here a turret as well, and he's just going straight into more and more factories, two academies, one armory. And yeah, let's just be careful here with this drop. What exactly is he going to be doing here? There's that reaver and there are those SCVs. So some SCVs will of course fall here. Let's just check the number. 654. So I believe around 4 SCVs have been sniped here by Stork. Really nice job here by him. Flash has to return. The choke point is really narrowing here, so it's really hard here to micro your units. And the splash damage could be of course enormous here for Stork. But yeah, he decides to retreat a little bit. However, at the same time his dragoons are moving out 0-0 both upgrades, as the dragoons will of course snipe those mines thanks to this one observer here. Flash tries to move out here, but Stork has prepared a nice wall in here for him, so there's not possible here a passing. Of course it would be really good here for Flash to pass through, but Stork really smart move here by him, blocking here that ramp, blocking the entrance, and Stork just keeps moving in. And look at the upper left part, we don't have siege ability yet being upgraded here by Flash, so Flash could be in some serious trouble here early on. He's sniping one dragoon, there's that reaver, there's that splash damage here, and he just keeps moving forward and forward. Needs to be careful here with this shuttle. Once again the reaver ball going to deal good amounts of splash damage. Two Goliaths joined the army, and even the SCVs had to be pulled here, so Flash now finally having that siege tank ability being completed, as he should be able here to hold this position. Worker wise 35 here for Flash, 39 already here for Stork, as he also has established here his expansion. So yeah, Stork looks like he's going to retreat just to defend against those vultures. Actually sending here his shuttle with his one reaver. Really smart gameplay here by Stork. And finally one vulture has been sniped here, as he's also leaving here a small group of dragoons into this location. And slowly and steadily we are closing at a 10-minute mark here, so nice defensive gameplay here by Flash, good harassment here by Stork, but in the end things look like they are settling down here, as Stork has established here his base, both players at around same worker count. Flash is still trying of course to come in here with his vultures with that speed upgrade, but in comes the reaver, of course, perfect counter towards those vultures here. So Stork also nicely placing here his dragoons into this position just to check exactly when or if Flash is going to move out here. And like I told you, we are closing at the 10-minute mark. Still very defensive gameplay here. Flash 0-0 upgrades, but it looks like of it, yes indeed, one weapons upgrade is being almost done here for him, as yeah, both players on the defense, on the stalemate now. Really nice tactic here by Stork, defending here his entrance with those pylons. We also have another move out here by Stork with his dragoons, and they're very likely going to join here the armies from the other dragoons. No zealots here for Stork, or no zealots yet for him, as he's going into more and more buildings here. Of course this building much important here for that speed upgrade for those zealots. and mass gateway it is. Of course, the zealots still will be used after the speed upgrade is being done here. We also have weapons 1 being made here by Stork. Also have a Protoss Temple archive, perhaps for some Dark Templars, for some High Templars, as Stork is pretty much holding here Flash at bay. And now finally Flash decides to slowly but steadily move out. He is only having here this expansion as a starport at home, so we might see some science vessels, and I'm pretty sure that he wishes to take here this expansion point as well. Slowly but steadily he is moving out in here indeed, and on the minimap you can actually see another base here for Stork and this base here as well. So as he holds here this position, he's also expanding here, and it looks like Stork is moving in. Remember, he has no upgrades here for those zealots, no speed is being done, so the zealots will fall really quick. However, there's just so many dragoons here for Stork, and Stork looks like he's trying to straight push here through. Reinforcements are also coming in here for Flash. No speed for those vultures as well, but the tanks should be able here to hold the position, or are they? Indeed, an observer really important here for Stork, and Stork looks like he's still having a large amount here of dragoons, and this one command center, yes indeed, might get snapped here for Stork. So Stork in an early lead here against Flash. Flash in some serious trouble. Not able here to hold the position, not able to expand, and like I told you, look at the minimap. Here is Stork's expansion at the 6 o'clock and his expansion at the, what is this, 7 o'clock position, or even 8 o'clock position here. So really nice job here by Stork. Let's check those upgrades really quick. Still 0 to 0, I believe Flash has 1 weapons upgrade. And look at the minimap once again, he's moving out here with some vultures. He's going to snap some workers here. Some nice move, but in the end the vultures will fall, of course. And now Flash knows that Stork is at this expansion, and he even might have scanned here this expansion as well. Is there a scan available? Of course there is. So Flash looking like in a little bit of trouble. Stork having the early but steadily is going into an economic advantage here against his opponent. So really nice job here by him. Zealot speed upgraded. In comes Stork. The mines are online here, of course. Nicely hidden tanks here, but the observer gives perfect vision here for Stork. So really good job here with this observer. Nicely done. A science vessel should come out here really soon here for Flash, or is it Flash still depending on siege tanks with vultures? Finally the speed upgrade has been done, as Flash once again is going to try here to bust through with his vultures. I see them on the minimap, just 2 cannons here to defend. And in comes Flash laying some mines here, and he's going to snipe many workers here. Is going straight towards those workers. He's going to lose, Stork is going to lose some workers here, of course. He tries to lure those zealots into those mines, but Stork really nicely here microing here his zealots. At the same time the 2 cannons do hold. Some workers have been sniped, but it was just around 4 to 5 here. So Stork still in a very commanding position here, still having much more supply here, already at 160 supply here against Flash. Flash really needs this expansion really quick here. There is his expansion ready to float up, but is it going to be enough? Siege tanks, we have High Templars here, and High Templars of course just to cast those storms against those tanks, but it would be interesting if they could make it. It would be really good here for Stork, as once again Flash is preparing here his defenses. He has those vultures, he might snipe this one High Templar, so nice job here by him sniping that one. Holding here the position by Stork, as one dragoon has fallen here as well, and Flash really wants here this expansion to go online, as he's going to be way far behind, as Stork has more expansions here. Even at the lower right part you can see it here, there's that expansion being prepared here. So Stork really smart, attacking here at the same time expanding while attacking. So very smart gameplay here by Stork against Flash. Really dominant gameplay here, as is 180 supply here, and also deciding here to kill this Xel'Naga temple, perhaps to give him more mobility here on the map. So nice job here by Stork. Let's just check the upgrades. Only weapons 1 upgrades, but more is coming. Ground armor and even weapons 2. Same can be said here for Flash. For both players giving good importance here towards their upgrades. So we see a drive-by here by Flash with those vultures. Some workers have been sniped, even some cannons, so this expansion might get killed, but the real action is happening here up in the middle part here. Zealots are in the front. They will tear those mines towards the units here from Flash. So really nice job here by Stork, moving forward here with his Zealots. Some storms could be casted there. They are a really nice job. The Zealots will fall, of course. Great storm here by Stork. Really much splash damage here, and still he has those critical amount here of Dragoons. And once again this command center might be sniped. Yes, indeed, it's going to get sniped here for Stork. So Stork doing a really nice job. Of course he did lose a lot of supply here, but in the end it was all worth it here for him, as he once again is able to cancel that expansion here from Flash. Really nice gameplay here by him. Flash, of course, tries here to dominate with a couple of vultures just to kill here this Nexus, just to kill some workers. At the same time Flash expanding here into this location. Perhaps this would have been a much better position here for him, but in the end, of course, I know he knows exactly what he's doing. Some Zealots do come back, many vultures here, so still the mines will be laid here, as vultures are really good here against those Zealots, as they can once again be nicely kited back. But in comes a storm here even for Stork, and now finally the road is being mined here. Flash deciding here to defend here this location, but the Zealots somehow make it here through this small edge, so many more mines need to be laid here. So really nice job here by both players, but Stork is moving here forward. He's not going to fend off back here, so really nice job. Some units are being blocked here, sadly for Stork. It's really a small choke point here to move forward, but in the end he made it here through, as he once again has sniped here this command center here for Flash. Finally this one should go online really soon. Worker wise says 70 more workers here for Stork. Stork really strong here with his economy. His defenses are also being established here with this cannon, so really nice job here by him, as he's going to regroup here once again. Let's just check the upgrades really quick. 2 weapons upgrade, 1 armor more is to come here, and we even have stasis field now for those arbiters. So arbiters it is going to be here for Stork, as arbiters, of course, great counter against those siege tanks here. And the question is, are we going to see some recalls here? It would be really interesting to see if Stork decides to go into recalls. This would be a perfect occasion to recall, just to kill all of those production buildings here, as once again Stork is moving out with Zealots, with Dragoons, 1 High Templar. And are we going to see once again an engagement? Of course the Zealots will once again try to lure those mines into the tanks here from Flash. So in comes Stork. Great storm here once again. We have that EMP going off against the Dragoons and those arbiters, and now the units here from Stork are pretty much invisible. He has more and more the damage is being dealt left and right, but in come the reinforcements exactly on time here for Stork. Those Zealots really crucial here for him, and once again Stork is pushing here forward. But the question is, yes, once again Flash has to uplift here his command center, as he's in some serious trouble here against Stork, and Stork might snipe this one for the 3rd time already here. Command center dropping really low, but it could be repaired here by Flash. However, Flash still struggling here, still taking damage. And look at it, once again the command center might fall here for him, or is it really low on HP here? 1 SCV or 2 might repair it. A little bit of a miss micro here by Flash, as the SCVs are running towards their deaths here, and Stork not looking like he's going to stop here. The command center has been saved. Great stasis trap now here for those vultures, but the vultures are also nicely blocking here, and even some more vultures are moving here, interesting enough. So perhaps the Zealots was pushing them back and forward here. So interesting stuff here. 2 arbiters it is going to be here for Stork, as we're closing at the 20-minute mark. Stork looks like he's really dominant here into this game. He has the double supply amount here against Flash. Flash tries, of course, with some EMP to fend this attack off, and even Stork even blocked here this entrance with 2 Dragoons and 1 High Templar. So really nice job here, very intelligent, very smart gameplay here by Stork, because he's not going to allow here Flash to expand. They're not going to allow him here to move forward with his vultures. So really nice job here by Stork. A perfect game here for him, as Flash is trying to move forward, but there's not that much anti-air against this arbiter. And yeah, what exactly is going to happen here? Is Flash somehow going to come back? He has once again established here his defenses. Let's just see what Stork is going to be doing. He's going to snipe here those temples again, and he's just going to move here forward, or perhaps even going to try a recall. There's not that much energy here being left, but he will once again perhaps try to stasis trap those tanks here. And yeah, more and more is being regrouped here for Stork. More and more zealots, dragoons, and one casual high templar here. Perhaps 2 or 3 will be added. Remember, one high templar can cast 2 storms, and there we have a perfect storm here by this lone high templar. So many kills here for him. Sadly, I almost missed it this one. At the worker count, 40 workers, and another high templar is coming in here, even dealing once again damage against Flash. So Stork really knowing all of those gaps here into this map, just to attack those SCV, just to damage the economy here from Stork, or sorry, for Flash. Now we actually have 3 arbiters here. Remember, all of those arbiters can cast, of course, that stasis field here. A perfect stasis field could be casted here. Look at the minimap, it's just all white units here for Stork, and Stork is just maxed out now. His economy looking really strong. Let's check his upgrades. 2 armor, 3 weapons upgrades, and Flash at 3/3, so both players really nicely upgraded here those units. But it looks like Stork is just in complete dominance here of this game. His units are spread around the map. Some zealots are being sent forward, perhaps to clear those mines. No, Stork is moving back. There's this one observer, really important, and at the same time he also has taken here the upper left part. So Stork pretty much all over the map, and it looks like indeed, yes, he has chosen here finally to move forward, or is he? He's pretty maxed out here. He says double supply here against Flash, and Flash just having his units spread here. Just try to defend. Flash thinks, of course, that this will be the main target, but this could also be a nice target here. However, so many mines here for Flash. Let's just see how Stork is going to plan in clearing these mines, or is he going to for a recall? We need to be careful. Oh, sorry, I almost missed here this recall. Interesting stuff here by Stork. He decides to recall here into this expansion point. Almost missed it here, but perhaps that was a little bit of a mistake here, as he has recalled straight into those tanks here. So yeah, a little bit of a mistake here perhaps by Stork. Needs to be more and more careful, as once again he's regrouping here. Flash now feeling confident to move out here. He has some tanks nicely hidden, but of course this expansion once again so much delayed here for Stork. And let's just see the next move here by Stork and by Flash. Once again the units have regrouped in. They come here against this expansion point. Nice scan going out here for Flash just to have detection. There is no science special, there it is, but it's immediately getting frozen here by those arbiters. There's also many zealots on the ground, and yes, indeed, this will be the GG here for Flash. So Flash, of course, having to exit here this game after his command center. Look at that, I believe for the 4th time it has been sniped here by Stork. Such a nice game here by Stork, proving us the strengths here of the Protoss. Pretty much perfect gameplay here, nice harassment here, and sniping those expansions one after the other. And at the same time, remember, when he attacked, he did always expand, so that was really crucial here for him, attacking and expanding at the same time. So the attack for Stork was the perfect defense for those expansions of him. Also nicely walling in here through. Also nice cannons here. So really great gameplay here by both players, especially by Stork. Let's check those stats really quick in case you guys are interested. And yeah, once again I'm going to be clicking left and right for you guys. Really nice gameplay here by these 2 pro players. So yeah, once again I really hope you guys enjoyed this replay. A nice Terran versus Protoss we had here. This time Stork being the victor against Flash, so congratulations for him. Once again, thank you guys for watching. This is your host Tommy signing out.